Hello everyone, so recently I hit 50 subscribers. I say recently, it was probably a long time ago, I just didn't upload for like 18 months. So today I'm going to do an island tour. Now I didn't build all of this island. Full credit goes to Boilex Burbs and Prismatic Prismy, because they basically built like most of the island. So in the top left corner, who built it, so either Bribs and Prismy, or myself, or even Ella as a freak, our other co-op member. So firstly, we've got the main island. So this is modeled off an old Skywars island. Now, this Skywars island is no longer in rotation, so you can't play it anymore. I believe the reason they made this was because 30 Virus had just made his Bed Wars map, and they wanted to try and do something like that, but with, a Skywars map. Now, they did build it slightly off-center, which I don't understand why, because as you can see, it means that half of it isn't even built properly, because they didn't have enough room to actually build it. From what I could gather from them, the hardest part about this build was the tree, because they said the tree took the longest amount of time. The tree was just like, it wasn't even like a proper tree, it was kind of just like a mess of blocks. And I know that the tree in the vibe spot also took a long time, which we'll get to later. The fact that they managed to build this, and they managed to do it well as well, and execute it well, is really something, so I give them props for that. Alright, so now we're on to this place that I like to call the Cave of Mysteries. It's basically where we used to have everything. So we had the alchemy station, we had the enchanting setup, we had 2 AFK pools, and on top of all of that, we had our minions down there as well. So it was really insane. I know we moved the minions to a new minion platform, which we'll also get to later. We moved the alchemy station was on the old minion platform. Then it moved to our semi-new minion platform. Then when we destroyed it, we moved the drug lab back here. So it was really messy, and that's why it looks really messy. So I don't endorse the use of illegal drugs wherever you are. That's why I'm only Alchemy 14, as you can see here. Obviously, I don't endorse drug use because I've already gone to prison. I've done my time. You know. You've seen it. You all know what I'm talking about. Alright, so this one's quite a sad one. The reason this is here is because a while after I left the co-op, Prismatic Prismy got hacked. So he got insided, and he basically lost everything, and the hackers left the co-op, got rid of all his items. Obviously they probably traded it over. I know that he said that there were auctions that he hadn't bid on, so I think some of his money might have gone down the drain as well. It's really lucky that nothing else happened. There is a silver lining to this story in that when we added him back afterwards, he still had all of his skills and all of his Slayer levels and that kind of thing, so he was able to get right back in there. And Burbs gave us some money that we could start off with, so that we were able to kickstart and start making money of our own. But I think the fact that it wasn't all lost and he was able to get it all back is really good. And I think he really appreciates it as well. So yeah. Alright, let's move swiftly onto something much better. This is Prismatic Prismy's house. Now, he built this, and he has, obviously, an e-girl, but at the front, if you notice, he's got old dragon armor, and that is actually Necron armor. So, he spent so much money on this house, and no one comes. So, I'd really appreciate it if you could just do /visit Soggy Toes, and come and see all of this stuff, because you can see it for yourself. And also you can do all the parkour, which we'll get to later, because the parkour is so sick. The parkour is amazing. Anyway, as you can see, he's got an e-girl, something that we all want in life. He doesn't actually use this that much, so I'm not sure why he put so much effort into it. Although I do like that he tried to keep in with the design of the rest of the Skywars map, which is really good. I know that he spent some time working on the interior of this as well, and I know that his carpentry level got leveled up quite a bit, so that he was able to place down the storage and the furnace, and also the weapons rack as well. Okay, now we're moving on to the vibe spot. Now, the vibe spot was built by Bribs so that he could cope after the loss of his two co-op mates. So, I'd also like to say a big thank you to Bribs, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I could be in this position where I was able to give you a tour of the island. Because he basically kept the co-op alive for like the month and a half, or over a month and a half. It was like 3 months in which there was only him on the co-op. So it's really good that he was able to, you know, keep it alive and keep making money, so he could have a source of income. And I think he's actually like top 400 in tank damage, damage tanked in dungeons, which is crazy. So yeah, alright, so here we have our enchanted book setup. So this is basically where we keep all of our enchanted books, or kept all of our enchanted books, because now, you know, they're all gone. We don't really need them anymore, because we can, with the new enchanting update, which by the way I'd like to say is actually really good, so don't take what I say for granted. Go watch other people's videos on it. It's really good, so we don't really need this anymore, because we can just choose which enchant to use. So this is basically dead now. I know that I think we've just kind of started using it for miscellaneous storage, so like putting random crap in the chests and that kind of thing. Obviously you've got like lethality and that kind of thing. I know that there are still books that are in there, but obviously they're not like good books. I think they're like the second highest tier, like before 5, or however like high it was at the beginning, because I know now there's like 6 and 7 and 10 and 11 and
like 15 level enchants, which is, insane to me, considering, I played back in the OG days where you had to like enchant an emerald using fucking enchant table.
Jesus, I was running out of breath. So here we have the glitched items section. Now obviously I did take the null out and have replaced it with obsidian. He hasn't noticed yet, which is amazing for me, because it means that I don't have to worry about getting co-op kicked or anything. Obviously we have the go back arrow, and you can see because I have a skyblock texture pack on, and I believe it's just 2 regular null heads as well, which I think if we check, yep, there's a go back arrow. So yeah, that's about it with the glitched items. Obviously, as Edward said in the previous video, he did have to use a mod to actually get them into the item frame without them, glitching out of his inventory or getting wiped from his inventory, obviously, because, so here we have Thanos, or Thanos, as he's named. He's obviously got the Thanofish head, a apple in one of his hands, because, we gotta stay healthy. He's gotta stay healthy, he's gotta stay fit if he wants to kill half of everything. And obviously he's got the Infinity Gauntlet, because Thanos couldn't be complete without the Infinity Gauntlet. Alright, so now we're getting to the good stuff. This is the Minion Platform. Now, the Minion Platform obviously was built by Prismy. He's very talented when it comes to building, so I give him props for that. Obviously, you've got his minions, Ella's minions, Ed's minions, and of course, my minions. Now, also here, we've got Ella's old farm. Now, Ella's farm was destroyed, and I'll probably throw up on screen what happened to it. I believe what happened is she's demolishing it and then going to build a new one, which is fine by us. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we're getting to the final build of today's episode. So here, we've got Edward's house and the parkour. Now, obviously, there is so much to go through here, so we're going to try and do a quick fire round. Basically, we've got a house, we've got parkour, and if you actually come to the island and do the parkour, you can get Hypixel Skyblock coins. So, as long as you get number, I believe it's top 3, you get like 250k, 500k, and a mil, or depending on how much money he has. It could be, like 1 mil, 1.5 mil, and 2 mil, or, 5 mil, 7.5 mil, 10 mil, who knows? Thank you all so much for 50 subs. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to 100 subs by the end of February next year, who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna obviously be taking a break for the end of the year because I want to relax for the final couple days. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.